Stephen was a force of nature at Apex Innovations. He consistently topped the sales charts, quarter after quarter. His colleagues marveled at his closing rate. Stephen had an uncanny ability to connect with customers. He could anticipate their needs and address their concerns with ease. He was the epitome of a sales superstar. Stephen thrived under pressure. He was a natural negotiator, always able to secure the best deals for the company. His contributions to Apex Innovations were undeniable. He was instrumental in expanding the company's market share and boosting its profits. Stephen knew he was good. He had the sales figures to prove it. This success, however, had an unintended side effect. It inflated his ego. He began to see himself as superior to his colleagues, particularly those in lower-ranking positions. He treated them with disdain, often making snide remarks and belittling their contributions. Stephen's arrogance became a well-known yet unspoken issue within the company. His colleagues, intimidated by his success and put off by his attitude, chose to steer clear of any unnecessary interactions. They whispered about his behavior in the hallways. However, no one dared to confront him directly. Stephen, oblivious to the growing resentment around him, continued his reign of arrogance. He dismissed any suggestions for improvement. He believed that his results spoke for themselves. He failed to see the value of teamwork and collaboration. He saw himself as a lone wolf, solely responsible for his achievements. One fateful afternoon, Stephen was rushing to a meeting. He was already running late, his mind preoccupied with the important presentation he was about to deliver. As he hurried through the lobby, he bumped into a woman carrying a stack of files. The files went flying, scattering across the floor. Instead of apologizing, Stephen barked at the woman, "Watch where you're going! I'm late for a meeting!" He didn't even bother to help her pick up the scattered papers. He simply strode away, leaving her scrambling on the floor. The woman, visibly shaken by the encounter, quietly gathered her things. She had never encountered such rudeness, especially within the walls of Apex Innovations. She was Ms. Evelyn Grayson, the CEO of the company. She was known for her humility and her hands-on approach, often walking the halls and interacting with employees at all levels. Ms. Grayson, though taken aback by Stephen's behavior, chose not to reveal her identity. She wanted to see how far his arrogance would go. She decided to observe him during his presentation, curious to witness firsthand the behavior of her supposed star performer. Section 4. The Moment of Truth. Stephen, unaware of the identity of the woman he had just treated so poorly, entered the meeting room. He confidently launched into his presentation, his voice booming with self-assuredness. As he spoke, he noticed Ms. Grayson seated at the back of the room. Her presence didn't faze him. He had no idea who she was. During the Q&A portion of the presentation, Ms. Grayson finally spoke up. "Stephen," she began, her voice calm but firm, "I couldn't help but notice your impressive sales figures. However, I'm curious to know what you consider to be the most important qualities of a successful leader." Stephen, eager to impress the seemingly important woman, launched into a rehearsed response. He emphasized the importance of confidence, assertiveness, and a relentless focus on results. He boasted about his ability to motivate his team through his own personal achievements. Section 5. A Lesson in Leadership. Ms. Grayson listened patiently, her expression unreadable. When Stephen finished speaking, she stood up. "Those are certainly admirable qualities, Stephen," she said, her voice now taking on a sharper edge. "But they mean very little without humility, respect, and empathy." A hush fell over the room. Everyone turned to look at Stephen, his face now drained of all color. He stammered, trying to form a coherent response, but no words came out. He was mortified. The weight of his actions crashed down upon him. Ms. Grayson continued, "A true leader inspires not through intimidation, but through collaboration and respect. Every individual in this company, from the cleaning staff to the executives, plays a vital role in our success." Her words struck a chord with Stephen. He finally understood the gravity of his mistake.